Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sistas review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to, but if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this messy, and I do mean messy thing. Now, this video is in response to the sound bites of DeVal's interview that has been floating around. If you want to hear more about it, Erica and I did an impromptu live where you can actually catch it on her channel, and I will post the link in the comments for you to go and check that out if you haven't already. I'm not going to play the interview or any clips of that nature, but I'm sure most people who are listening to me have already heard it or have heard some type of commentary on it. If you have not, basically, in a nutshell, what we do find out is the cast of Sistas go back, I believe, towards the end of May to film season 10. So we do know that Sistas has been renewed and there will be a season 10 coming whenever it comes, but it will be filmed toward the end of May. B, we find out from DeVal that Zach is going to go through a season of grieving. He does not specifically state the reason why, but he does make a powerful statement in seeing Zach. How can Zach grieve something that he's never had? And so from there, so many people have speculated that Karen is going to lose the child that she has with Zach. And I thought it was interesting that so many people jumped on that bandwagon. You even had, creatives making videos about it as if DeVal actually said it, and he never said it throughout the interview. He never stated anyone's name. And for me, I always try to look at the bigger picture. Karen is not the only person who is currently pregnant by Zach. Fatima is also pregnant by Zach as well. So I don't find it interesting because I know most of the fandom don't like Karen. So, and I don't believe that's the only reason why many people speculated that it's going to be her. But I do believe that is a majority of the reason why people believe it's going to be her is because they do not want Karen and Zach to have any type of connection. People feel that if Karen has no child with Zach, she can fully move on with her life. She doesn't have to deal with him. And then, in my mind, I could understand everyone's perspective, but however, from what I have seen based on the show, Karen ain't concerned about Zach or Fatima or the life that they are creating. And I do find it interesting that when we see her in this season of her life, people still want to create the narrative that Karen needs to move on, Karen needs to leave them alone, when she's not bothering these people. Okay? Her and Fatima, they are in a good place. They're not friends, associates, whatever. They are put together by circumstances. However, they have decided to be respectful and cordial. I'll take that. I would take that over the drama that the writers and Tyler Perry have created between these two characters. I would take the calm. Okay, I would take the peace. Also, dealing with grief can also bring people together. So I always say, be careful what you hope for. So, and I did this when Erica and I talked about it. I gave an option A. Option A is Karen loses a child that she has with Zach. So in that scenario, you have Karen who has lost a child, who still has to be a mother to the child that made it, also be present in her relationship with Aaron, and then also being placed in the middle again with Zach because her and Zach will be experiencing something that no one else on the show is experiencing. So where will they get their strength from? Where will they feel that familiar spirit, that familiar energy? It will be with one another. And sadly, a lot of things happen when grief is the foundation. Yes, you can make trauma bonds and all of those things that are very real to those people in that moment. And sometimes those feelings can be misconstrued as romantic feelings when actually we're both just dealing with a great loss. So that is a strong possibility. Honestly, I do not want any woman to have to deal with this. However, it is a realistic situation. So option B, let's say that it is Fatima who loses her child. I'm more so on that side of the fence because it would actually give Fatima something to do. And y'all know, if you don't know, but how I feel about that, I feel like season 9, amongst other seasons, that the character of Fatima has just been coasting through the series. She really has not had a storyline. They have not given her anything that she can really sink her teeth into. We literally just have seen Fatima bully and threaten people, and that's pretty much it. Be Andy's security guard, take care of Zach's issues. However, Fatima as a character, as a person, has not grown. We have not seen this character stretched any. All the other women on this show and the characters, they have been placed in emotionally driven situations, and we don't see that from Fatima. I do always give Crystal props on the one time I think she exhibited great emotional talent, and that was on Zatima when she came face to face with Ian at the restaurant to talk about her abortion. Other than that, I haven't seen it, but I would love to see it. I would love to see how Crystal would play this if it is given to her character. But that's really how I feel about it. I just feel, there's 2 women who are pregnant by Zach. And it doesn't necessarily mean that Karen is going to be the one to lose the child. It doesn't necessarily mean that Fatima is going to be the person to lose her child. I have had conversations with people who feel that since Zatima is a spinoff, Tyler is going to keep them together. And I said, Tyler don't care about that. Tyler don't care about no spinoff. And I'm not really familiar with Tyler Perry TV shows, but I've heard enough. Okay, Tyler Perry will kill people off in the blink of an eye. So that doesn't mean anything to me. But I am interested to see how season 9 is going to pan out, as well as season 10, since we know that is on the horizon as well. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about that for the most part. We just have to wait and see, what happens. I don't know. I'm saying? I don't have a script, so I don't know what is going to happen. I know that if given this huge responsibility, I know Ebony would hit it out of the park, because she would be in her bag if it is, Karen who loses a child. With Fatima, I don't know, because I really haven't seen Crystal be stretched in that way emotionally. But I am looking forward to her if she is given this huge responsibility to show that. And also, I hope and pray that the writers will be respectful to women who have lost a child, who have gone through a miscarriage, who have gone through, an abortion where they had to make a decision, when it came to the health or the life expectancy or the quality of life that their child would have. So I do hope and pray that there is a sensitivity to that. I really do want to trust these writers, but I don't and I can't, based on past experiences. But this is a very heavy storyline, a heavy narrative. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't mind anybody voicing their opinions about what they think and about what they feel. But because I don't play when it comes to things that directly affect a woman's body, when you're talking about losing a child, the mental anguish that brings on, I'm going to be blocking people. And I already see that I'm going to have to do that, because some people are truly sick in the head with some of the stuff that I've seen. So I'm just making that statement. So if you're blocked, you already know why. If you get blocked, it's because you wanted to get blocked, because it just is what it is. We could be respectful dealing with this, the heaviness of this, and you just never know what someone has experienced. So I just ask everybody to just be mindful with what they say, what your fingers type, and what you press send on. That's all I'm saying. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there.